Okay, so welcome back. One thing before we start this example is incidentally, I should have mentioned this, but notice that obviously because we're dealing with ratios, we don't want 0 in the denominator. So again, one of the things we can't have is when we can't have 0 in the denominator. For example, x can't be 0 here, x can't be 0 here, y's can't be 0 here. And again, that relates to when we have a quadrantal angle. Okay, so again, when we have a 90 degree or when we have a 270 degree angle, or in some cases 180 degree angle depending on the ratio, but that's what we have. So again, just be aware of that as we go on. Okay, so now here's the example that we're going to do, and we're going to use the trigonometric functions to help us out. So it says, take this point on the unit circle. Okay, so that's the point on the unit circle. Oops, sorry. That's not negative. And it says, find sine t, cosine t, tangent, cosecant, and cotangent. So basically find all 6 of the functions. Okay, so here's the thing. What quadrant is this in? Well, x is negative and y is positive, which means it's in quadrant number 2, right? So we're in quadrant number 2, okay? And so we need to know what the reference angle is, okay? So in this case, we have theta, we're in quadrant number 2. So notice that this is negative and this is positive. Okay, so let's start by saying, okay, well, sine and cosine. Well, that's going to be easy. So sine, so sine theta, right? And we don't even need to know what theta is, right? But we do know x and y, right? So all we have to do is know the ratios. So sine theta is equal to what? Sine is equal to y. Okay? So sine is equal to 1/2. And then cosine is equal to x. Well, in this case, x is negative square root of 3 over 2. That's it. So now let's do the others, right? So let's do tangent. Well, tangent is the ratio of sine over cosine. So it's going to be sine theta over cosine theta, right? So this is going to be y over x, right? So it's going to be 1/2 over negative square root of 3 over 2. And so what do we get? We get negative 1 over the square root of 3, which equals negative root 3 over 3. Okay. Now, what about cosecant, right? The reciprocal of sine. So cosecant is 1 over sine. So it's going to be the reciprocal of sine theta, which is going to be 2. Right? So we just flip it. Or just put this over 1, right? 1 over sine. So it's 1 over 1/2, which gives us 2. And then we've got secant. Right? So secant theta equals 1 over cosine. So it's going to be the reciprocal of this one. So this is going to be negative 2 over root 3. But again, we have to rationalize this. So this is going to end up being what? Negative 2 root 3 over 3. Right? Because again, you have to multiply the top of the bottom by root 3. Okay, so now cotangent theta. Cotangent theta is the reciprocal of tangent, so it's just going to be what? The reciprocal of this, or if we just take the reciprocal of this, right? Because if we take the reciprocal of this, we have to rationalize it. So if we just take the reciprocal of this, right? It's, or just cosine over sine, right? So it's going to be negative root 3 over 2 divided by 1/2, right? So again, the denominators cancel each other out, and I get negative root 3. And that's it. Those are the 6 trigonometric functions evaluated for that point, at that point. Have a great day.